tell you that it's hard to know. It's hard to know what's going to work, what's not going to work. You know, I'm on Facebook with this, a few other places, and I am also doing something new. We're going to go live and we're not going to stop. I have a website. There I am on the site. So, in essence, we can do what the big companies do. Also, doing something new. So, we're going to go live and been testing all of this, making sure it works. And I need to also bring with me the lessons I've learned in my life, especially the past couple of years. Past year for sure. Man, the past few days, if I could keep these lessons and apply them to my life and stop trying to apply it to everybody else. You know, that's our biggest problem in the world. We don't see the problems. We don't know there's a problem. Most of the things that happen, we don't know it's an engagement. It is a very stuck issue. Life, consumerism. You know, the first name in medical science for cancer was called galloping consumption. Consumption. I'm gonna leave you with a thought. Something that'll pop up in your brain later. You think God eats? Does God have a banana tree? Does God have a counselor? Does God go to the bank? Does God eat at McAdoo or Jollibee or KFC? Does so many things I could say. Does God go to church? Does God create problems? Does God have problems that he doesn't even know he has? My issues, I'll be totally square, straight, and to the point. My biggest problems in my life have been me. And I'm pretty certain most of the problems were me. Even if it was a problem with someone else. Because I could have, knowing my style, I don't just go out and friends and buddy. I'm not in everybody's backyard, I'm alone. I'm a loner. I do things alone. Anytime I find trouble, I found it. I made a choice. Did I know it was going to be trouble? No. Was it a bad choice? No, I don't know. I'm learning now the rules of engagement. When it comes to common sense, the rules of engagement is quite simple. There's no rules. And I really need to purge and refine my life to reflect how I feel about myself, to reflect what I thought was my maturity and my knowledge. And I'll tell you this world is full of sayings, like as happy as a punk with a bag of dicks. That's pretty cruel, but the road to heaven is paved with good intentions. Oh my God. There's a lot of talking, and action is something that people don't realize substantial, real, pertinent action that is pretty much a response from a dying world, an ignorant world, a world that's in pain that doesn't realize they're killing each other. I see why people are engaged in so many purpose-driven scenarios like patriotism, socialism, communism, capitalism, Christianism, educationism, just gargoism, chismisism, maritis maritasism, balioism. There's so many ways to get out of the most important thing you can do, the most important person you can be, and that's yourself. There's so many things that you get caught in, such as the generational curse. We like to get involved with fights that have no reason, and that's a byproduct of a social consciousness that's asleep, numb, or dead. I have seen many things in my life, even while I was like this in my past. You shouldn't have to fight like I used to do, like I'm learning not to do, learning not to just jump in and start giving opinions and come on. The truth is, the Creator cares and loves so much, listen to me good, that the Creator will step back and allow you and me to destroy each other, because the Creator trusts us. The Creator knows that we will learn one day. We will open our eyes and start thinking and stop repeating the same foolishness over and over again. When I was a self-professed man of God, I spoke as an imam many times because I was afforded the ability to do so. And they pumped my head up. They gave me a chair, they sat on a rug. And I spoke on history. I spoke on Muhammad, the real stories, not the ones that are contrived and are pumped up as lies. And they were fascinated. And I always had an interaction. But I was showing off, and I was benevolent to them because they were in my opposing field. I was a Christian, they were Muslims. And a big part of that personality I had back then was me basically pissing on them. Not even humbly saying how I feel. I loved them as men, but the truth is I was religious. I was judgmental. I was stupid. I wasn't mature. But yet they were listening to me. So the blind leads the blind. Here come them sayings again. The whole world is disconnected from reality. The reality is, if me and you and a million others like us were packed into a tight region and something happened and it required all of us to be loving and kind and help each other, we would do it. And if we were allowed, we would gravitate and manifest our destiny.
Hey there, folks. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're going to dive into a fascinating topic: the evolution of humanity beyond the 5G and how our actionable marketing values are becoming more human. You see, in the past, we've been focused on 5 key aspects of human development: gathering, 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 and gathering. But now, we're moving beyond those 5Gs and embracing a new approach. Our marketing values are shifting towards a more human-centric approach. We're no longer just about gathering, but we're now focusing on giving, 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 and giving. So, let's embrace this new era of humanity and strive to make our marketing efforts more human-centric. After all, isn't that what truly matters in the end? Thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Until next time, stay human.
Wizards of the net, conjure spells in C++. At the mainframes, no stress, no fuss. Box beneath our banners, march and cover dust. Digital overlords, no one can crush.
Well, my equipment is not exactly the most up to date, and the signals and all this stuff. But you know, if we were in an emergency situation, red, yellow, black, and white, every nationality in sight would help each other. Our God would come out of us. Our love would come out of us. We would not judge anymore. We would fall into our character as a divine creation. So, I'm going to be going live, and I'm going to tell you the purpose of it ahead of time, so you can have eyes to see. You know, there's nothing that hides. Nothing can be done out of the side of a divine creator, and of course those that watch. We've spent, God, 3,000 to 6,000 years following men and women and rocks and elephants and making something into a god, fashioning an idol. Basically, we have taken millions of years to degrade, to disgrace ourselves, and pull away from the character and the stability of a sound in this world and not of it. Creator, co-creator. It's taken a long time for us to get a habit that's multi-generational for us not to learn. In fact, scholars have officially, the educators of the world, they have officially given a definition for the word insanity. It means doing the same thing again and again, expecting different results. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go live every day and do positive things, conduct my business, because my business revolves around this live technology and serving businesses. I put this on my website. My employees, the people who work with in the Philippines, all over the world, I'm going to start promoting live video to conduct business, and not just for live selling, but we're going to make it a service and a product available for businesses around the world. So, I will tell you, I'm not casting pearls to swine, but I will tell you this. The only way humans are going to change and be who the Father created them to be is by following each other. There's nothing you can tell me. There's nothing I can tell you. Even people like me and wiser than me, they're not going to see the handwriting on the wall and do something in the character of a immortal divine creator or co-creator. I've had the opportunity to be with people like me. I'm different, and there's not many like me. In fact, there's less than 12. I've met 3 of them, and the one thing I know is everybody has a gift, everybody has a talent, everybody has what you call an anointing. You know, there's a purpose. And the thing is, creation will correct itself. That's what I said. creation will correct itself. In fact, our co-created reality, we create this. God don't do anything. God does things through us, but it's still us. We live in this world. We're oppressed. We fight. We think we're justified. We see things, but we don't think. But we engage in a lot of fruitless activity, repetitious behavior that is, it's a death mentality. Everybody's scared to die. I'm not. I have a mentality of immortality. And at 60 years old, it's taken me quite a bit of patience to admit and learn now, because I was involved in all kinds of things that did not help me. One thing I've learned from the two others that I'm privileged to be with is I should have taken care of myself. I should focus on myself. I should not worry about this and this and this. I should take the greatness of me and pour more of me for the greatness to be strong for me. That's the most righteous, ethical, honorable thing I can do. Because, to be honest, remember I said, you get 1,000,000 people and you put them together. If you present the 1,000,000 people with a challenge to be loving and kind and courageous and honorable to each other, like if there was an emergency, a disaster, and we all had blood on us and we all were helping each other, yeah, there'd be some that would pass out, some that would scream, some that would run, but about 90% of us would be heroes. We would be immortal, honest, brave, superhuman, because that's the biggest part of us. The biggest power we have is love and benevolence and, being good. So if I'm strong and I'm stable and I can see clearly and think clearly, and it means wise, then I'll be strong for others. I'll be a resource, because I wouldn't want to do it to build a storehouse unless it was to take care of me. And then maybe I'll find the real me, and I can have someone next to me, which I do. I mean, it's all happened on time. I've been, in so many ways, I've been looking for stability, looking for love, looking for someone to hold me. That's all self-validation. It's basically bullshit. When it comes to reality, it's quite simple. If we could all see and think and reason together without having the church, education, money, judgment, ignorance, class, racism, if we could think and respond to the problems of the world with reasoning, it wouldn't cost us anything. It wouldn't make fighting. It wouldn't create a world war. It would create peaceful people helping each other and quickly come into a behavior that reflects seeing clearly, thinking clearly, and staying clean, honorable, loving, kind. You can't tell me that look at Kublai. That's an ass clown. An ass clown. Okay? All that money, Ignatius of Cristo, y'all are next. Oh, y'all throw you in there too. The one thing Kublai had in common with Ignatius of Cristo is auditoriums. You tell me exactly what in the hell the world's largest auditoriums are doing in the face of humanity. What good does it do ethically for the purpose of Christ or God or parishioners or whatever it doesn't do a damn bit of good. It's a damn, it's a type and a shadow of exactly how useless these institutions are. They're cults. They're a safe haven for elite. You know, because really, if you were after God's heart and you wanted to do something good, you'd be like Brother Eli. Profound. Yeah. At the pulpit, debating. Oh, yeah. But Brother Eli was finding himself to be a creator, co-creator. He was finding himself to be a peacemaker. Brother Eli he's the only preacher I respect. I don't respect any other preacher. And if I'm having to face them and talk to them, it means the preacher's disrespecting me. And I'm going to be offended. Because I don't care to have dialogue with people that don't have common sense to see that the divine creator is here. Not in a book and not in a building. Okay? If you are gullible and ignorant to fight and choose battles that display just how non-spiritual you are, I'm not going to seek you out and look for you. So I'm not going to be naturally talking to you. So that's why I can say, Brother